In engineering, equilibrium is the quiet moment when all forces balance. Heat stops moving when two surfaces reach the same temperature. Molecules stop diffusing when concentrations equalize. Fluids stop flowing when pressure stabilizes. Electrons rest when voltage evens out. Equilibrium is stability, but it is also stillness. Movement begins only when a gradient appears. A temperature gradient drives heat from hot to cold. A concentration gradient moves molecules from dense to sparse. A pressure gradient pulls fluids into motion. A voltage gradient releases electrons into flow. A gradient is simply a difference between what is and what could be, and nature responds to that difference with transformation. Now look at humanity. Across history, human beings have created meaning systems to stabilize life. They were not mistakes. They were responses to the gradients of their time. When the world was shaped by tribal threat, famine, illness, and uncertainty, frameworks like those found in Genesis helped people understand creation, morality, community, and fear. They named mystery in the language available. They regulated societies that did not yet have science, psychology, or neuroscience. Those frameworks did exactly what their moment required. Today, we live in a different gradient. We can map trauma, nervous system dysregulation, attachment patterns, hormones, sensory processing, and threat responses. We can explain behaviors that once seemed moral or spiritual through the lens of physiology and brain function. This does not erase ancient wisdom. It adds another layer of understanding. What ancient traditions once named as sin, we now also see as dysregulation. What they called evil, we now also recognize as trauma responses under extreme threat. What they described as hell, we now also understand as states of profound inner suffering. Both languages describe real human experience. One speaks through story, one speaks through mechanism. The question is no longer which is true. The question is which helps us meet the complexity of the world we live in now, because today's gradient is vast. Emerging identities. Global interconnection. The trauma literacy revolution. Nervous system science. AI and machines accelerating reality faster than belief can stabilize it. Some experience this gradient as threat, a disruption of meaning systems that once kept life coherent. Others experience it as expansion, an invitation into a fuller understanding of what a human being is. Most people feel both. What is clear is this: if consciousness is to meet the complexity of the world we are creating, it must integrate the wisdom of ancient meaning with the clarity of modern mechanism, not rejecting the past, not clinging to it, but allowing new understanding to grow from the gradients shaping us now. Humanity is not leaving its old frameworks behind. It is expanding beyond them, the way every evolving system does. And the movement you feel today is not rebellion or decline. It is the gradient calling the species into a deeper coherence than it has ever known.